Let's do the Hall of Fame game.
All right. So,
Intro. We're gonna do the Hall of Fame game. I love that.
Let me
That's
put
a sick
the
ass title.
percentage, 93%.
Hall of Fame game.
We call this the Hall of Fame game.
So I'll name a player and we'll talk about if they should be making the Hall of Fame or not. Current players in the NBA. So will these players make it to the Hall of Fame?
Yes,
Current
sir.
player edition.
LeBron.
So first on my list is Kyle Lowry. Do you think Kyle Lowry should be a Hall of Famer?
I mean,
I'll tell you the percentage after.
I'm gonna look up his
we say
like
our stuff.
accolades.
Did he have a gold medal? Wasn't he on one of the Olympic teams?
Was he?
Yeah, he might have been.
Yeah, because it's the basketball
Air
Hall of Fame.
Canada?
It's not.
2016 maybe?
So he is yes. Name his accolades because he
So, yeah,
definitely has
I'm
All-Star
pretty sure he's a
appearances.
gold
All right, so listen here.
Mm.
Kyle Lowry, 6-time All-Star, 2019 NBA champ, 1-time All-NBA.
One-time All-NBA.
Let me look up Yao Ming.
I think that's a Hall of
Yeah,
Fame career, bro. I think this is a Hall of Fame
me look
career.
up Yao
DeMar
Ming.
DeRozan, like besides the All NBA, DeMar DeRozan has like 6 All-Star appearances. So if DeMar
DeMar
DeRozan,
DeRozan is clearly better than Kyle.
yeah,
Lowry.
but accolades wise, especially
That's
if he
true.
won a gold
He
medal,
has no ring too.
he's definitely getting his number retired by the Raptors. So I'm gonna go yes. It's not a first ballot, but I think he'll make it.
I'm gonna go with yes too. For the same reasons Bez said. He's gonna get his
Funny
jersey
thing about
retired.
those All-Star
He's not a first
appearances
ballot,
is that he
though.
was always like the last pick for the drafts, or
Yeah.
when
the
they were
voting?
choosing him. Yeah, the voting too.
I think his thick
Still
booty's
made
gonna
it,
help him a
still
lot.
made
Yes. What about you, Omari?
I'll say yeah. How many ballots? Like they say first ballot. How many ballots are?
I don't know.
Like
2?
I'll say
I don't know.
All that
I
means
never
is
know
that
either,
like
like-
he's all that
like a
first
shoo-in.
ballot means just means like the first year they're eligible they get in. That's all it like means. Like if you're not first ballot, that means like if you get
gotta
the
wait.
year he's eligible, he's not going to be voted in. Like
Like
maybe
Dirk
a
was
couple
first
years
ballot,
down the
right? When
line.
like the theory was like a 3 or 4 year gap or a 5 year.
5 years.
There's a 5 year right after they retire.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dwayne Wade.
yeah. They
Well, I
went
don't
at
know.
the same time.
Yao
I remember.
Ming crazy got in the Hall of Fame like 2 years after he retired or something. Like I don't know.
No, I thought
had
he
an
made it a
extension.
couple years ago. Yao Ming and
Okay.
AI. Remember?
Somebody
Was that
somebody
2016?
recent got in like 2 years after the. I don't know who it was, but it was like crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll
That
say
shit, Dwayne Wade was a minute. Like
5 years.
Because
yeah,
you have to wait the same with Dirk because they retired the same seasons, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So they waited 5 years and then they both got inducted. I remember also someone got
Same
in
for
late.
Kobe, right?
The person who got in late inducted was Manu Ginobili. He got late inducted. He was
Yeah, 'cause he's
recent
not a
because he
first
retired
ballot.
like
First ballot, yeah.
exactly. So he was not first ballot. I remember because Ginobili retired what like 8 years ago,
Yeah.
9 years ago, and he just got inducted last or this year.
They'll usually like fit him in like if you know if the class isn't as strong, then you bring back like Kyle Lowry or whatever, and he'll get it.
Yeah, so I'd say he's a second ballot Hall of Famer for those reasons. He wasn't like the biggest piece on his team. 6 All-Stars. I think he was the second All-Star on his team when the Raptors just had their like
It was
streak of winning.
Kawhi,
winning.
him,
Kawhi was
DeRozan, him,
making it.
Yeah.
Pascal, him. So like
Yeah.
a few times.
yeah, he played a good amount of games that year.
Kawhi? Yeah, he did.
the Raptors,
Like
yeah.
60. So the percentage for that is 85%.
Yeah,
He'll
so
make it second for
definitely
sure.
make it.
All right, number 2 on the list, Jamal Murray. Do you think he'll end his career as a Hall of Famer?
It's too early to say right now, but I'm gonna say no.
Damn.
Gabe, what do you think?
He has no All-Star appearances, no All-NBA teams. The championship is good, but there's a lot of players with championships without
only
other
like-
accolades.
I think he's only like 27. Or
So
something.
it's too early to say, but I
Only
think
27 is pretty old.
I mean,
Well,
if
I
he
mean,
keeps
he's his
playing, like,
prime.
if he keeps playing up to like how he was playing in the playoffs, he could make All-Star teams and All NBAs. But like,
Do you think he will?
maybe.
What are you
that is
thinking?
a
Like
maybe.
6 year All Stars, 3 year All NBAs? He's not gonna do that.
you need a
Realistically?
starter still.
Well, he has the championship. If they win next year, 2-time NBA champion.
The thing is,
I don't think he'll ever be an All-Star.
they gotta heavily weigh this championship because he did play amazing in the playoffs. But like you gotta understand, all these people have like things that they did during. A lot of players have these things they did during the regular season. All Stars, All NBAs to like be let into the Hall of Fame. So if
me
Jamal
ask you
Murray's
this.
just hoping on one insane playoff performance, I don't think he's gonna make it in my opinion.
He's still young though. He, has
He
a
is young.
chance.
Let me ask you this.
But right
Let's
now,
say if
it's
you're
no.
a
Kyle Lowry only had
4-time
one
NBA
All-NBA.
champion with no
One more
other
than him.
accolades, but you're the second best player on the team, do you think you're a Hall of Famer?
It's just very rare. There's
Depends
no
on-
situation where that
yeah.
happens. Where you're 4-time All-Star, you're one of the best pieces. And
No,
you have
4-time,
no All-Star
4-time
appearances.
championship, no All-Star appearances.
Yeah, that's just like you're a role player at that point.
You think so?
No
Even after-
All-Stars?
But everybody knows you're the second best player on the team.
Then you should have an All-Star. Like
The
there's
second best.
Yeah.
Is this like a
That-
LeBron
How
led
is the
team?
second best?
happened?
So, like,
4-time
on a 4-way
champion.
series.
you
Yeah,
always
that's
get
impossible.
No
hurt.
All-Stars.
This is like a LeBron led team. This is like a LeBron led team. It is. If they go to the finals and then they lose, it's like who's their second
No,
best
you're the
player?
second best player, but say
Timothy
you don't play
Mozgov.
really good at the beginning of the year, In the second half, you play amazing, and playoffs.
You got to give me an example because this player doesn't exist.
Yeah,
if
there's no
they're
such
in
thing as
at least
this
even
player.
finals appearances,
Four rings, too,
four.
like-
No, even
Four
say
rings.
even
Four
say four
championship
finals
seasons.
appearances.
Hypothetical though. I just want to feel like.
That's like I can't even tell you. It's unrealistic.
Yeah, it's not even.
That's a fair answer.
It's like even I'm thinking of like someone
Even
else like
Chris Middleton.
Chris
like,
Middleton. I
has
was
3
thinking
All-Star
Middleton. Yeah.
appearances. Like,
yeah, because they played pretty well.
So I'm
so
saying, like, if he was getting 4 chips, there's no way that he has no All Stars yet.
Not
Like,
one?
and
I
he's
just
the
want to see
second best. Like,
if you
bona fide.
value getting chips over.
after
other
the second
accolades,
All-Star, he'll get voted in just for like.
having that like resume.
Yeah, exactly. Like Jamal Murray might get voted in this year because of that.
Yeah.
But if he gets another one, he'll for sure get voted in because of that. So.
Like, dude, if Jokic and Murray win like 2 to 3 more, I think Jamal's gonna make it, in my opinion, because they're gonna play amazing in the
sure, yeah.
playoffs. But like, this player doesn't exist. Like, no,
But
no
Jamal
All
Murray
Stars,
might be
but
like
second
that
best.
player. If you think about it.
Honestly, if he, if this
Like I
fool-
said before, I don't think he's gonna beat other people out in voting.
exactly. If this fool averages like 17 during the regular season and then averages 30 in the playoffs,
He'll be a
and he's a
first
playoff
time-
demon. Like,
do you think he'll
First
make
time.
it? If that was, the
I mean,
case?
okay, if we win 2 more, yeah, I'll give it to him. But like,
Yeah, if he's a 4-time All-Star and he somehow doesn't make, then yeah, he'll probably make the Hall of Fame.
yeah. So I don't think Jamal Murray will make it, and obviously right now his percentage is low, 0.004%.
I like the pick though. I like it. bold pick.
All right, my third person, Kyrie Irving.
Oh,
You think Kyrie will
100%.
make it to
He's
the Hall
gonna,
of
no,
Fame?
no question.
100%.
But the politics with it.
Nah, you
Like,
no,
look at this
he's
from a
cold
football
as fuck.
perspective.
Carl Malone in there.
That's different. Like, do you think Antonio Brown will make the Hall of Fame
Yes.
for football? Really?
Yes.
Even with the
he's one of the
politics
greatest
behind it?
receivers of all time.
Yeah, but there's always that
Bro,
like bad stain on your reputation.
I don't think it'll
So
matter.
you
Like,
You don't think it'll matter for Kyrie?
no,
Not
it's,
that bad.
Kyrie didn't do anything that bad, bro. Like,
People will forget eventually.
Oh, like when it's time. Yeah,
By the
He
time
didn't do
actually
nothing
retires-
illegal,
by the
bro.
time he retires and he's actually being inducted to the Hall of Fame, like people won't. Yeah.
The only reason I asked the question is because of his off-court situation.
no chance. He
He'll
does not
definitely-
make
he'll
it.
definitely-
Zero
I saw that
chance.
He's not
James
making
said
it.
That,
He has like
He
has
better
like
have
90
100% on there.
99.9.
He's not making
Nah.
Or
it.
some, yeah, they better have 99.9.
percentage-
Kyrie needs help to do anything good in the league. He's
Is
so
90
by himself. He sucks. He's not making it, guys. I'm just playing.
Yes. He has a 93%.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
should be
in.
higher.
Bro, he's gonna be first ballot, bro.
Number
For
4. This you guys might have bias on this player, Anthony
Yes.
Davis.
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
You
yes.
think Anthony Davis
He's
is
already
gonna be Hall of
topped
Fame?
NBA 75, so he's
Yeah, for
I
yeah.
was
he
like,
has to make the Hall of Fame.
No way he doesn't make it.
Imagine he doesn't make it.
Yeah.
That'll be insane if he doesn't.
Next one is Anthony Davis is 98%.
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan. Do you think he'll make it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm giving Kyle Lowry, I'm giving DeMar
Kyle
DeRozan
Lowry's
above
85%.
Kyle Lowry.
But
Yes,
like
definitely.
some
Well,
of these
Kyle
players
Lowry's
aren't like the best basketball players ever, and they make the Hall of Fame. Do you think
Yes.
that's
Yeah,
It's
valid?
easier to make the NBA
Yeah,
Hall,
Robert Horry.
Basketball Hall of Fame.
But I'm asking you if is that fair? Like, there's other obviously like we have freaking LeBron
I don't
James,
agree with
Michael
it.
Jordan, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Manu Ginobili on the freaking Hall of Fame.
I don't agree
You're
with
in
it,
the
but
same.
that's
You're not
how
in the
it
same
is.
airspace, you know.
There's different levels of like, bro, those people though. Like,
So do you
there's
think
people
Manu
that
deserves to be in the Hall
Manu
of Fame?
deserves Hall of Fame in my opinion. He does. He belongs up there.
He's like 80 trips.
But he's not as good as the other players.
Okay,
So,
but
that's nice.
there's different reasons why people are in the Hall
Then
of
why are you in
Fame.
the Hall of Fame if you're not the? This is supposed to be the nicest of the nice.
I think
There's different
he's
levels, but
level.
obviously if you're getting LeBron to Ginobili, you're gonna find some discrepancy. But then you gotta compare like you can compare LeBron, Kareem, like these type of players. You feel me?
But if
think
they're all in
the
the
upper-
same Hall of Fame, shouldn't
There's
we
one
compare
Hall
them?
of Fame, but there's like how do I say this? There's different floors. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I understand.
There's different
I
floors to
understand
the
what
Hall
you're
of
saying.
Fameness.
But should that be the
Hall of
case?
Fameness.
Yes, you
Why?
you
We
enter.
should only
You
enter
have
the
you've had a
greatest
great
players
career.
ever.
You think
Great
it's-
career
you're saying that
belongs
You're not
there.
the greatest. You don't have the greatest career. Huh?
There's only
Same.
one person belongs to the Hall of Fame. The greatest career ever. Only one
No,
person.
These guys in the same tier.
You think they should tighten up the criteria for Hall of Fame?
Yeah, like why should I be having LeBron James and Manu Ginobili in the same breath, bro?
He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Manu
Doesn't
deserves
because
to be in the Hall of
Manu
You
doesn't
don't
have
think
this-
he's deserving in the Hall of Fame?
not like the same level as LeBron should be? Dude,
Manu's
like,
different though. He has a different
Why?
scenario because he played for one team his whole career and like that was his role.
Dynasty
If he
team,
went to a
Hassan.
different team,
Dynasties matter. Look at all the freaking Celtics back in the day.
If he
all
went to-
those
he
fools
doesn't
in the Hall
have
of
to- he
Fame.
doesn't have to perform at some
It
of
was
the
like
levels
three
that other
teams.
these stars have to perform with the pressure that they have. The
He
media
wasn't
that they
asked for
have.
that, bro. He was playing with Tim
Because
Duncan.
he's a third stringer, man. Like
But do you know what he did as a
third-
third stringer? He's important. Okay, my bad. Not a third stringer. I like Manu.
he's the third best player on his team.
Crazy.
He's the
But you
third
know
best
he
player.
he provided for his team during the tenure he was on.
Okay, but he didn't provide at the same level of LeBron and Michael Jordan.
He's not the number
Well,
one.
obviously, yeah.
Okay,
They're
so
different
then why
players.
LeBron and
should he be in
Michael
the Hall of
Jordan
Fame?
aren't the only two people in the Hall of Fame.
Scottie
I'm just
Pippen's in
saying-
the Hall of Fame.
reason
Scottie
why-
Pippen's in the Hall of Fame. He's a number 2.
The reason why I'm
Kyrie's
saying,
gonna be in the Hall of Fame because he's in number
yeah,
two.
but I'm saying the Hall of Fame should be like the upper echelon.
You're
level
saying it
of
should only
players
be
should in
number one
tier.
option.
So then Kyrie's not making it in
Yeah.
your opinion. So
Like,
does
the
Kyrie
best
make
of the
it?
best.
So
Does
you
Kyrie
only
make it?
think Hall of Fame players are number one option players? Like should
That
be.
I
actually
disagree.
accomplish something in their career from
Okay.
a statistics
I mean,
standpoint and a
I disagree.
I think they
accolade
should-
standpoint and championship.
Yeah, I think that's a
standpoint.
little too.
The
rough
way
of
you
a
said
price.
number
Why,
one
though?
only, when you're saying number one option only, that's
Okay, but
that
you
excludes
got-
like how people play basketball. Like, dude,
And
only
it's a Hall of Fame.
Listen,
It should
listen,
only be the best players.
Listen, think about it like this.
So
only one
Magic
person
would have
on a
never
team.
been in the Hall of Fame because he played with Kareem.
Agree?
No, but he won without Kareem too, and he has 4 chips.
He won with Kareem.
Not all 4 of his chips.
He has 5.
He has 5. I thought it was 4.
No, I thought it was
He
4.
has 5.
No, it's 4.
Is it?
Isn't Magic
Pretty
at
sure it's
4?
4.
He has less than Kobe, I think.
And I don't
Okay,
think he won all of it with Kareem.
Well,
But like Magic is one of the greatest ever. Is he not like a top 5 player to you?
Scottie Pippen wouldn't be in the Hall of Fame either.
Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Without
Fuck
Michael
that guy.
Jordan, that man will have like 0 accolades.
That's disrespectful. He had accolades without Jordan when he played for
Dude,
other
he was
teams.
crying on the
Yeah,
bench
he was
without
fine.
when Jordan retired. He needed his dad back to come when he
Why
came
you
back to play
hating on
golf.
Scotty, bro? Damn.
Yeah, he has 5.
Yeah, my
I'm
fault.
not
I
tripping.
shouldn't be getting.
Hassan,
Y'all tripping. How you not know he has 5
Hassan, the
rings?
way like your the
That's
way
it.
your Hall of
Yeah,
Fame
he's
works is
fine.
insane to me.
Let me think. So
Why though?
Only what do you mean why? Okay, look, think about it. This people have been in situations where they cannot be the number one because, for instance, LeBron James.
And are they and are they the best?
Let me say LeBron James.
Or should
People
they
who
be
have
the number
people
one?
who have played with LeBron, like people. Let me tell you this: when LeBron was in Miami, okay, granted Wade had that one before, but LeBron was in Miami, LeBron was in Cleveland. So Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis should not be inducted into the Hall of Fame because he was playing second fiddle. Is what you're gonna tell me?
Yeah, if they were good enough to be better than LeBron, then they'd be the number 1 on the team, right?
Why would this be? The whole thing I'm asking you is to bring it back to number one option.
You don't even have to be a number 1. Just have like certain statistics and accolades, and you're like one of the greatest players on the planet. Anthony Davis, from a physical aspect, is one of the greatest players and statistical, right? But who's better, Anthony Davis or Manu Ginobili? Should they even be in the same breath, bro?
I believe that they both belong in the Hall of Fame.
Manu's a freaking 6-man.
I believe they both belong in the Hall of Fame.
Why?
Hey, one of the best 6 men to ever do it. Should Jamal Crawford be in the fucking Hall of Fame?
Yes.
No, I mean,
Not
I
over
like
Manu,
it, but
not over Manu by
I'm
a
just saying,
mile.
like, it should
In
be
my
only
opinion,
the
in my
greatest
opinion.
ever, right? Like why should there be tiers in the Hall of Fame?
Is Lou Williams gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
No. You should.
What's
I
his
like him
percentage?
more. Huh?
What's his percentage?
We should see.
Yeah, see what Lou Will and Jamal Crawford
But
is.
you get what
And
my
then talk
point
to
is,
me
though,
with
right?
talk to me with Manu. No, but you have to understand my point. People
I
are in
do.
situations where yes, they're not number 1 or number 2, but Manu contributed a great deal to his dynasty. How many dynasties are there in the NBA? Can you tell me? There's like 5, 6, right?
I just said
He
7.
did contribute to a dynasty, but he was without Manu. I think they could have still won. Like,
I
they had-
disagree.
I
Dude,
disagree,
Tim
brother.
Duncan's, to me, is a top 10 player of all time.
He
You
is,
don't
but-
think he's gonna get multiple championships?
Manu was
off of his
literally
own
the
aura?
third best player and their best guard. I'm sorry, Tony Parker's a little overrated in my opinion. Like he's not.
Dude, Tony's a Hall of Famer too.
Manu is
Yeah,
the second
he-
best scorer
that
on the
not
team.
crazy?
I mean, yeah, Tony Parker. He's not
Yeah, I
that
was
good,
like
honestly.
15
Like
maybe something.
he
Yeah.
kind of. I think Manu's better
not
than
horrible.
Tony Parker. To be completely honest with you, Tony was just starting and kind of
I like
the point
Manu
guard of the
honestly.
team, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he didn't do nothing special. When
He's
you
like,
watched
he's
him
like
play,
Rondo on the Celtics.
not even.
Manu's
Rondo's
the
better,
second
bro.
best scorer for a long
He's not
time
the
on
type
that
of
team,
passer
even coming off the
Rondo
bench.
was, like-
He was the second best scorer coming off the bench.
Just
too.
a smart
but, like,
player, but like that's
on the
it.
Celtics, I'm saying
If
he
Manu
was, like,
Ginobili,
fourth option,
let me
you know?
put it like this: if
He's
Manu
so-
Ginobili
he's
was a
so
one-
important.
If he was a 1 on the team, do you think
never-
he'd be a Hall of Famer?
Dude, he was never asked to be a 1.
Yes.
though.
Do you-
Like
So you think he'd even
Like-
if he was put on like the Hornets or something like that, and they
Manu?
built
He
around
would
him and
average
gave him
like
pieces?
23
24.
plus.
And a chip?
I'm
He'll
saying
get a chip.
24.
Would he have a
No,
Hall
no,
of Fame
no.
career?
Well, I don't know about the rest
who are
of the
they
team.
gonna have? Who's the team gonna have?
A competent team.
Who's
like-
competent? He's had a dynasty.
good two.
He was
No,
He's
on
I'll
a-
good
say
three.
this: if he won like 2 chips with the Spurs, then left and was a number 1 option, he'd have a whole. He'd like
Off the basis of the Spurs stint, though.
No,
Not because
no.
of the
And
second
He's
then-
saying
half of his
another
career.
scenario. If they won
or
one
vice
as Manu,
versa.
yeah.
If he was like on the Charlotte Hornets and he would average like 25 points, then went to the Spurs and won 2 chips, he'd be a Hall of Famer easily. First
Okay,
ballot.
In my
behind Tim
opinion, if he-
Duncan.
in
But
my
Tim-
opinion-
without Tim Duncan, the whole thing is like mute.
Okay, but he's not a
whole
number
team is
1
bad.
option, but he's
he
a
wouldn't
good
be a Hall of
player.
Famer without him today, in my opinion. Him and Tony.
Okay, I mean, you could say that a lot of people. Like
You're
Yeah.
taking away people's success insanely
I'm just
vastly,
saying
like
there
this,
shouldn't be-
like that.
I'm not. They're really good players. I'm saying there shouldn't be tiers in a Hall of Fame.
So you
Dude,
have
there,
to-
but there are tiers in the Hall of Fame. That's the point.
Why, though?
First ballot. This is why the ballot system works.
Yeah,
if you're
that's
not
how
that
it
good
is.
enough to enter right away, they review you and they're like, okay, we saw
good
Manu.
enough. That's the question. That's the answer. Good enough.
You paused my sentence. I said good enough to make it right away. They do deserve it. Manu deserves it. Manu, in my opinion, deserves the Hall of Fame.
The way
But
it's like evaluated, these players deserve to make it because
They're good
The
players,
criteria
but-
is loose, so they deserve to make it based on the current criteria.
Shouldn't upper echelon players just be the Hall of Fame?
I mean, I would
we
say
regard them higher. We regard them higher in the Hall of Fame. That's how it works. Like there's just one Hall of Fame.
But I feel like being a number 1 option, like
Well, I think they should tighten up the criteria, but you're doing it too much. Like, I don't think you have to be the number one option, but some players do make it in there that
Just
I don't
like
agree with.
Upper echelon, like your accolades and.
I think Manu would still be in the Hall of Fame, but some guys like I don't know. I can't name up like if is Robert Horry in the Hall of Fame? If he is, he should not be in there.
I don't even think he's a Hall of Famer.
But if he is,
He has
should not
6
be
rings, but or 7. Sorry, yes, 7.
McCall has 3.
I agree.
That's different. That's different.
Okay,
McConnell
or
ain't
actually
no game
contributed,
winners.
yeah. Big shot, Rob. But you see my point, though. It's just
I see what you're saying. I just personally don't agree with it entirely.
I think
they're
first balloters.
Huss thinks it should be like
because there's so much.
Huss thinks
pressure
Hall of
coming
Fame
to
should
the
be like 30
league, bro.
players only, or like
You're
50.
gonna tell me Manu Ginobili, if Manu Ginobili had the same hype as a player of LeBron James caliber,
But
Zion
Hassan,
Williamson
I get what
caliber,
you're
I don't
saying.
think
John
Kyle
Morant
Lowry
caliber,
should
it
be
actually like
Hassan.
it affects you mentally to the point where you can't perform.
Hassan,
to
think
a
about
certain
it
level.
think about it like this too. Manu wasn't a first round pick, so to expect him to be a number 1 is crazy. Like this
Fair.
man made the Hall of Fame 2nd round. Do you feel me?
Yeah, I do.
Like you understand? This
But he
man was
doesn't have
balling out
the-
as a 2nd round player.
But he
Not
doesn't-
everyone's gonna be Jokic, buddy. 2nd round and like MVP back to back. You know what I'm saying? Championship.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that type of pressure with the one that you should take that into account of how they perform. Like if LeBron didn't perform against, I'm just using him. He's obviously like the upper echelon example.
It's always
But, like,
LeBron.
Yeah.
And
If
Jordan.
he didn't perform against the Celtics, Game 6 with Miami, like this dude would be he would have one of the most scrutinized careers ever, and that would be like a huge failure to them. The Miami run, if they didn't make it to the finals and beat OKC.
But if I had a time machine, I would go back and tell
Wait.
LeBron, don't lose.
I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, I'll be like LeBron, please, like
Even
whatever
like-
you do, please don't lose to the Mavs. Like,
People-
like
yeah, that too.
You have Jason Terry on you. You have Jason Terry on you.
JJ
Just-
Barea. Like
obliterate
people
him.
don't have him as the greatest of all time, or
Just
not
off of
even
some
in
dumb
Mount
shit, like-
Rushmore because of that series.
But
And that's
greatest
so-
of all
that's such a
time is
crazy
not
thing
Hall of
that's, like,
Fame.
that's such a
That's
crazy-
Yeah,
GOAT.
that's fair. I'm just saying that
That's
that
GOAT.
pressure.
My
affects
goat
you
didn't
mentally to
retire and run
perform.
from the grind.
There you go. I'm just saying that.
I like the argument though. I like what you're saying. I see your point. Me personally, I'm just against it. You know.
All right, last player, Mr. Paul George himself.
Yes.
Yes.
Think he's a Hall of Famer?
No question.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
even
T
on
Mac's a
your-
Hall
on
of
your case.
Famer, that motherfucker didn't win a single playoff series.
Oh,
Sorry,
but
Paul
T-Mac's
George
one
got
of the
it.
greatest skill players of all time.
Yeah, but he didn't win a
Nice,
single
nice.
playoff series. So
Which is
Paul
13
George
and
got to
13
be.
and
in
30.
there.
13 and 30, you got him there. That's it. That's all he needed.
Paul George is
13
really.
30
He's
seconds,
had some
in
good
the Hall of
playoff
Fame.
success actually. A bunch of conference finals.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
he's definitely in the Hall. There's no question.
and he's definitely skilled in terms of like. Obviously, he doesn't have the accolades that some of the other players do, but the skill is definitely one of the highest. So
If I'm saying DeRozan's in there, I'm definitely putting Paul George above DeRozan.
yeah.
Let's see.
If
And
that's,
Kyle Lowry.
if that's a benchmark I want to use, I'm gonna use it.
Oh,
and
this
the
one's a
Tracy
good one.
McGrady factor, yes, correct.
Do you think Kevin Love is a Hall of Famer?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was cold in Minnesota.
getting
He was getting
30-30s.
20, 30-30s. Yeah, I
He
would
has a
say
championship
20-20s,
too.
but
Yeah.
One championship.
And that helps him too.
What about Jimmy Butler? Yes.
yes.
Now I'd say yeah.
I saw his stats were like the
Yeah.
same as some other players.
His accolades aren't that great because he didn't try, but
Yeah, and he was
late bloomer,
bloomer.
too.
Just he's been there. He's been in the
But the playoff like numbers are ridiculous. So
Blake Griffin.
yeah, probably.
the fall off of hell though.
All Stars, I guess All Stars make a decent dent. 'Cause he has a decent
He's-
run.
Did he go to the conference finals?
Yeah, I feel
I
like
don't-
people don't know how good Blake Griffin was back in
Yeah.
the day too. So
Up until
that
he was
voting
making
might
All Stars
not
up
make-
until like 2017.
He was good in Pistons too.
He had an
Yeah.
All-Star year in
Yeah,
Pistons.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's the
saying.
last All-Star
2018.
season. What are his
2018.
accolades?
5-time All-NBA, 6-time All-Star. Yeah,
Oh,
if
yeah,
Kyle
for
Lowry's
sure.
making Rookie of the Year
5-time
too.
Kyle Lowry has a
Make it.
championship though. That definitely puts you up in
That
the.
does.
But he had
higher.
like 4 All Stars
championship
and one
helps.
All NBA. He has 5 and 5.
He's just been injury
Five
prone
All-NBAs
through his whole
is-
career.
It's
though.
the injury prone and it's the fall off.
championship is a bigger thing. Too.
He's not a
There's
first
the reason why
ballot.
like
but-
Draymond Green will like probably make the Hall of Fame
In my
too.
opinion, he's in the
Championship
same
too.
realm
Yeah,
as
he's-
Kyle.
But Draymond got DPOIs and stuff too.
Yeah.
so-
In my opinion, he's in the same tier as like the DeRozan Lowry tier. I don't think it makes him
Yeah.
different.
He's lower on
His,
this
his
list.
All NBAs help him, as Omari was saying, but his no championship.
he's not a
brings
first
him close.
ballot, but he's probably Hall of Fame.
He's a 54%.
Ooh, okay.
If
So
injuries
50-50.
didn't body him, he would have been.
Yeah,
He didn't
a
play
lot
in
of
one
people's
of
injuries
those series, yeah.
fucked them over.
All right, this could be the last one. John Wall. Do you think John Wall's a Hall of Famer?
He could squeak in there, but I'm not confident.
I don't think so.
Me neither.
I'm gonna lean heavily toward
say
no.
no.
I mean,
You got to get in one of those years where like no one's good there. You know what I mean? That's you got to finesse his way in.
like when
Yeah.
Patrick Mbah goes in, they gotta slip in John
Yeah.
Wall.
32%. People are
32?
gonna forget. Yeah, 32.
I was thinking of
This
the,
He's
one's
also
even more surprising.
He missed like
What the
4 years with
I know.
ACL injuries.
Yeah.
the
so-
banana peel, right?
Yeah. All right, this one's
No, not the banana. What was it? Something about like
Mario
slipping
Kart,
on a banana.
bro?
Was it? He slipped on a banana peel, right? And he tore.
No.
Hold
That
on.
sounds
I think
no
so
way.
Crazy.
I
Niggas
think
watching
that was
cartoons.
OJ Mayo. OJ Mayo like fell down the
Bro
stairs.
was watching cartoons.
Goofy ass injury.
Yeah, cartoon ass injury.
Dude, imagine tearing your
Nigga, Tom and
ACL
Jerry.
slipping on a banana peel.
Nah, dude.
No. One of the Redskins cornerbacks actually like fell down his stairs and tore his ACL. I remember
Yeah, okay,
that.
that's
Oh,
possible.
yeah.
That story is happened.
John Wall suffered the injury after a slip and fall at his home,
Okay.
Okay.
See,
not on a banana peel.
Is this Tom and Jerry?
You know what I remembered? I remember the term
That'd be the
peel, but I
goofiest
didn't remember.
injury of all
I didn't remember
Piano
banana
fell on
peel
his head.
or fall. I remember slip, but then I added banana. I don't know
OJ
why.
Mayo did this.
I guess I'm hungry.
got hit with
People
like
fall
a
down
fucking
their stairs,
hammer.
man.
Yeah, like,
This will be the last one because this one's actually a good for conversation. Rudy Gobert. Do you think Rudy Gobert is a Hall of
Yes,
Famer?
he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, but
just 'cause
he shouldn't be.
Bez is right. Bez
Why
said it
not?
perfectly.
Why
Like, well, according to the current criteria, he will be one, but the criteria I believe
The eye
it should
test.
be.
The
no,
eye
no,
test
like
says
the.
no.
I
That
feel,
boy nice meter.
Yeah.
I feel like the criteria should be stricter,
away in
and
the
by
bottom.
his, he should make it. Like, but he will.
He has all the
because-
accolades though.
Yeah, I'm saying he will, but I don't think he should.
That's gonna be a funny speech,
No.
man.
If you don't make it, he's gonna start crying. That he
He has a 21%.
Good. Fuck
chance.
him. He's a loser. I hate him.
Really,
Why?
that's
21?
pretty low, honestly, for
Yeah.
3D POIs. dude.
Yeah,
I don't think he should make it.
it's because the eye test tells you that he's not that good of a player.
Because he's not.
But it's
Because he's not.
But a statistics standpoint, he's making 250 million because of
No,
that.
if you
I
showed
get what you're
someone-
saying,
right?
If you put a black and white filter and showed someone Rudy Gobert highlights, to be like, oh, this guy playing the 50s. Like, that's how his skill is. Like.
Honestly,
They might think he's Kareem, honestly. If you put him in the 50s.
No,
they might
hell
think
no,
no,
not-
what?
he can't even score the
he's-
basketball.
In the 50s, bro.
No, you
You're
still
in
won't
the
be able
50s.
to,
No, he will.
bro.
In the 50s.
Have you seen
He
Rudy
was
Gobert?
fit right in the
Please.
50s.
That's in the 50s.
Out of 50s.
Dude, Will Chamberlain. I
In
know,
the
50s, huh?
50s. That's in the 50s.
Dude, Bill Russell will dominate
the
him.
50s, nigga, like,
One person, and he'll make the Hall
Will
of Fame.
Chamberlain too.
I don't even know who was playing
Maybe.
in the 50s. Like, can name one player in the 50s?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait
Bob
a minute,
Pettit,
like,
actually.
Even like Sam Jones and it was
Bob
60s,
Pettit
like,
for sure in the 50s.
in the 50s.
Yeah. First MVP, because he had to be.
Oh, yeah.
he had
They
to
got-
be.
Good old Rob. Good old Rob.
Bob Pettit, Bobbers.
D Rose. You think D Rose is gonna make it?
He's actually going to be the first MVP of all time to not make
Not
the
make
Hall
it.
of Fame.
Yeah, he won't make it either.
Who?
D Rose. He's
Sad
not going to make
times.
the Hall of Fame. Just, unfortunately, injuries took him.
Unless he
He has longevity though. At least
Unless
he's
he has a
still in the
30 point
league.
per game season.
You see that one RDC skit with the like they said like if like injuries like there was a god of injuries and then they were like making people like deciding their
I didn't
punishments and
see
shit.
that one.
Their
Nah,
fate.
that's it.
Yeah,
Send it to me.
but then like they were arguing because they didn't want one dude to get hurt. He was like, he's gonna be out for 3 to 4 weeks. And he was like, no, he's gonna be good right now. He was like, he was like, I'm gonna say it. He was like, don't say it. He's like, you didn't have this energy for Derrick Rose.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, like that shit had me crying. Like,
He's probably the biggest what if, I'd say.
yeah,
For
that shit was
sure.
so sad.
Well, actually, Greg Oden's up there, too.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
but
was
we- I mean, we
decent
didn't
when he
even get to
actually
see him play.
played, but
yeah.
But
You really got to
MVP
see
Rose
he
compared to
tried
like
to come
normal
back
Rose.
on the Heat. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
He came back for like 4 games, tried to play on the Heat.
First pick over Kevin Durant, right? That year.
Yep. Tough.
You know who I am.
Unfortunate.
You know who he is.
You know who he is. You know who I am.
I'm giving it.
Y'all want to hop
Best
into
player in the
the